Hey everyone, it's Tuesday, and that means it is a Tuesday stream, but today's hype news is not from Overdress. It is actually from V, right? The dead form. People think it's dead? Dude, these new cards, these new heal triggers are actually insane. They're literally format warping, not just in V, but also in Premium as well, right? So we're gonna start with that and then talk about the other stuff later. But let's talk about the problem in V currently, right? V is currently in an okay place. It's like the format is okay. There's some really annoying decks right now still, like Gabriel and like the Cross, who can just randomly kill you with like, and you can't do anything. Like you just can't do anything. If they go first, they destroy you. And V does have a big thing where if a player does go first, they do get quite a lot of advantages. So, you know, you've got to win that die roll, right? But these new heal guardians are supposed to help you with that. They say it's based off the motif of G guardians, but they're kind of different. They have a different function. So first of all, this is the English Twitter, and they say, yeah, there's some features of the new heal trigger. They're actually only 15k shield, which means they have lower shield than the normal heal triggers, 5k lower, because they have effects. The other thing is also that they still have the 10k power, but they're also grade 3. So that's the idea of like G Guardians being like, you know, grade 4s. We do have grade 4s, but we don't have like strides or anything. So G Guardians are grade 3s, but this also means that you can search them out with your grade 3 searcher, which is big, right? Which is big. That means you have more access to these cards, and you can like, how do you say it? You search them out for the defensive function that you want in the early game. And then also, if they're in your hand, you can't G-assist. So, so tough luck. But things like Spiana can work with this, and they will all have the same effect. They will all have the same effect. So let's take a look at what the effect actually is, right? So the effect of this card is that when you put it on the Guardian circle from your hand, if you have not ridden a grade 3 or greater unit this fight, perform one of the following effects. So choose one of your Vanguards that gets power 10,000 until the end of turn. So basically it's saying, you know, if you're getting rushed and you play this down, use this, bam, you're plus 10k. You basically have gotten a trigger so you can kind of get through this early game. And then the second effect is choose one of your opponent's units and it gets -2 crit until the end of that battle. So it's not saying like for the rest of the turn that doesn't have any more crit, right? It's only for the battle, but it's good for against, like, you know, when Hamill goes first and is trying to kill you, you can go bam, I want to just not die. Right? I just want to not die. You can play multiple of them down as well and just not die even further. So just minus more crits. Or you can play more of them down to get more power so you don't get rushed, right? So it's very, very good for V, because V right now, the worst thing about V is like going second and you just get beaten down all the time. But now this will let you play the game, right? It does have a second effect, which is really insane. It's when placed on the regard circle from hand, if your damage zone has 0 cards, put the top card of your deck into the damage zone. So this one isn't like, this one you have to actually call the card, but it's for those matchups where your opponent is denying you. And you might think V doesn't have many, you know, damage deny kind of decks, right? But there's like Luwad, who can play the damage deny game. If they think you're a deck that's really annoying, they will rather just farm hand and 0 to 6 you over the course of a few turns. So if you're facing that, then you can play this down and play the game, because, you know, just getting 1 CB in V is good enough to do something, right? But also, if you're like against like Gabriel, right, they want to 0 to 6 you because like, these cards basically counter Gabriel. Right, so get a damage, do things, and it's you place it on the regard circle from hand. So it's not like you have an option to do it. It's not like you're forced to do it when you're guard. No, you have the option to play it down to do it. So it's basically a Bobo, right? It's basically like a Bobo, except it doesn't deal damage to you. You just put the top card of the damage into your damage zone, so it doesn't trigger any rescue effects. So that's really nice. Now, that's only for V though. In Premium, this has huge implication. Now, seeing this card makes me think they're really, really going to put the maintenance down on Premium, because one, this card actually gets around things like Ichikishima, right? Which, you know, negates zeros in G Guardians. Well, this isn't a G Guardian. This is like it's a grade 3 trigger. So against like the new Silent Tom as well, which negates like normal units. This one's on a normal unit, so you can actually 15k guard, which is pretty good, right? At the cost of like, you know, having only 15k shield. But that means you can G-guard with it and, you know, not feel bad, right? Before you consider like, do I G-guard and sacrifice some 20k shield. Now you feel better, right? Now you feel better. The problem is the secondary effect, which means that, you know, combo decks have like 8 Bobos now, and this one doesn't require GB, right? So yeah, most of the loop decks are just better. You know, Nuedayo crazy, Gasteel crazy. It means that, you know, the format will have to undergo a huge reckoning, right? Everything is, it has to go nuclear to the point where one counterblast doesn't decide the game. And that's a good thing. That's a great thing, because the worst thing you can have is just getting one shot, right? I mean, everyone hates getting Gavrieled. Everyone hates like just dying from 0 and V. That shouldn't be a normal thing in premium, right? So if they fix a situation where people are just exploding from 0, this will just be a great card all around. Just extra options is really, really fine. And also, in premium, you can play some super mean builds where you, like, let's say you have Pelennor, and you use Pellennor's skill to move it to the Vanguard circle. Wow, you can still plus 10k and minus 2 crit as long as you don't write anything else. So good memes, good times, interesting fun. But yeah, it's also a grade 3, so you can discard for stride fodder and things like that. I just, yeah, don't get grade stuck with it, right? It does teach you how to use the skill. You know, wow, look, your opponent's attacking, activated. Oh, crazy, nice, sick. And then this is how you put a card from the top card of your deck into your dams. Wow, cool. Nice. Yeah. So yeah, if it's cool. It's cool, man. There's a Q&A on how this is supposed to work. It's not that hard. It's not that hard. So yeah, if your Vanguard gets 10k, it becomes like 25k shield for that battle, but the 10k stays. You can call. If you use multiple heal guardians, you can use the skill multiple times. So you can stack it really hard. If your opponent's critical is 0. It still counts as a hit, but it just doesn't deal damage. But I guess the last thing is just kind of like maths. You have to remember that power can go negative, so can criticals. So if they go to negative critical, they get some triggers. You are still you still count the negatives. And then, you know, when your Vanguard is grade 2, you can't G assist, yeah, and you can still call it G guarding because it's just a heal trigger. Right? So that's pretty cool. To like finish off V, right? They did announce the reprints from the Clan Collection. And there's some really good ones. There's some really awkward ones. You can see all the grade 3 searches are getting reprinted because, you know, grade 3 searches can get pretty pricey. But at the same time, they grab your heal guardian, the heal guardian. Some of the good ones, like this Tetramagus, is super pricey. I think it's still super pricey. It never really got a reprint, so this getting a reprint is really cool. I have a hard time finding any Burning Horn dragons, so this getting a reprint is amazing. Shiryuki, I think, still costs quite a bit, so that's nice. Black, cool. Spike Brothers. They're reprinting like the TD grade 3 because I guess everything is so cheap they don't need to reprint. The biggest problem in this I see is that there's no Pursuit Assault, right? No Pursuit Assault, so big sad times. The second Clan's collection, we've got Jafarkiel, which is. Have you seen the price on this? It's insane, right? This getting a reprint is amazing. Aglavale as well. I have a hard time finding Aglavale because I still don't have DLR. We're missing Aglavales and they're very expensive. So that getting a reprint is really, really cool. The rest is like Nova. Like, look at Novas, right? I think this Cool Hank is quite expensive for some reason. But they couldn't think of anything better than Cat Butler. Like, really? The Link Joker PI is getting printed, so that's nice. But again, where's the Pursuit Assault, guys? Where's the Pursuit Assault? And Columbine is getting reprinted. This card is very expensive as well, so that's good that it's getting reprinted. Nabu, yeah, I think that was pretty pricey. This is to finish off your Hamskate collection, I guess. And then the Musketeers, because Musketeers are getting reprinted. Vera is getting reprinted, so I guess they're printing the Musketeers, right? So overall, kind of decent. It's okay. Moving on though, let's take a look at some new cards for Overdress. So we've got Cardinal Noid Thumberino. So auto regard circle. When this unit boosts a Shadow Army token, you may have this unit get power plus 15,000 until the end of turn. If you do, at the end of the battle, retire all your rear guards in the same column as this unit and draw a card. So this is kind of okay, right? Right now, I think Orphis really lacking the ability to really burst, right? It gets a bunch of 15k units, but it just bashes 3 times with 15k, 30k, sometimes 40k, and you don't really get that, where's the oomph, right? Where's that oomph? This gives you that. This basically pumps you up another 15k, and then help like refunds a bit. So I think this is really nice card. It doesn't require CB as well, so you can just use that CB for the Counterblast 2 for the Shadow Army token, and that's really nice, I think. The second card we see is Cardinal Draco Alvaderd. So Cont Regard Circle, during your turn, if your world is Dark Knight, this unit gets power 2k, but if it's Abyssal Dark Knight, it gets 5,000 instead. And then the second effect is Auto Regard Circle. At the end of the battle that this unit attacked, retire a Shadow Army token, choose one of your opponent's regards and retire. So this is kind of using your tokens as resource. I know, like, if you've been playing Orphis recently, you'd find that, you know, if you put your shadow tokens in the back, they kind of just sit there, and then it's kind of awkward to CB2 again to just call 2, but now you can actually use those tokens to retire other things, and then, you know, CB2 and call it back, and then, you know, you can use your Bogle means to countercharge and keep on use your shadow token armies as a resource, but at the same time a big basher, right? So this also hits like what, 15 by itself, so plus a 15. Yeah, it's cool. It's basically a shadow army token, right? So yeah, so this is good. These are some great supports for Orphis, which it kind of badly needs, I think. And then secondly, we got some Dark State support for Bruce. We got Diablos, Madonna, Mabel. So Auto Regard Circle. When this unit boosts to Vanguard, if you are in Final Rush, cost Counterblast 1, choose one of your Vanguards, and it just gets triple drive until the end of turn. So, you know, drive check 3 times. Nice. I see triple drive. I like it, but you have to boost the Vanguard. So that's pretty situational. 7k. I don't really care about the 7k, but you have to boost the Vanguard, which makes it extremely situational. So I'm kind of iffy about it, but triple drive is nice. It's cool. But this second card, Diablo's Jetbacker Leonard. So Cont Regard Circle. If you're in Final Rush, this unit gets plus 5,000, and when this unit would attack, it battles all your opponent's units in a column. So it's kind of like the I think the Brangade one. So it bashes everything in a column. Nice. Extra free removal for Bruce, right? Second effect is Auto Regard Circle. When this unit attack hits, Soul Charge 1, and if your Vanguard has Diablos Violence Bruce, choose up to 1 card from your soul and call it to an open Regard Circle. Now this is actually amazing, because again, we have problems when you play Bruce and you're not in Final Rush. What do? Well, now you have something to do. You can call stuff for free, right? So when you're not in Final Rush, this will hit something, or it has an on-hit pressure effect, which forces your opponent to guard it. But if they don't guard it, you get a free card out to set yourself up for the next turn to Final Rush. However, if you're in Final Rush, then suddenly this becomes like a remover. You kind of use it more to soul charge, because it has a potential to soul charge 2. But if you also play your cards right, if you have like Marjorie's clearing things, your Protobulb is clearing another column, then bam, you can get extra attacks off this guy and do work. Do some really good work. So this is an amazing card for Diablos. It adds like way more pressure to their pre-Final Rush game, which is really good, right? It's really insane. This is a really good triple R. This is gonna be max monies, all right? Watch out. So that is the biggest news we've basically had this week. Huge format changing news with those heal triggers. Great cards. Let's go look at some cat girls and stuff. So it's the LSR. Look nice. These are idle versions. We've got the cat girl idle version. Cat girls are in. Mermaids are out, so this is a great upgrade. You definitely want to pay money for this. Then we've got like this, the human girl. She gets, I don't know, it's not a cat girl, very boring. This one's really good. Earns correct leader, Clarissa. She gets like a magical girl outfit, so that's nice. It's pretty nice. And then we've got the vampire girl. I don't know what's, I don't know what's going on. Like the thigh is like this, but then it looks like it's just a super fat leg. So I'm not sure if I like this art or not. It looks really weird. I'm not sure if the purport. It's just like this bit is just like a huge fat thigh. I can't unsee this. It's just a huge fat thigh. And 2 legs are coming out from the same place. So yeah. So yeah, that's and then we got this one. This is the is this a new one? Is it a new one? But yeah, I don't think we've seen this one. Is this a totally new one? But actually they discussed the lines, right? So they discussed the ride lines, which is pretty cool. This one is, the theme of this card is like songs, singing songs. So maybe we get those climax cards back. This one is just 2 types of jewels. So you probably get 2 types of orders. This one is you have 5 people friends, so I guess this is kind of like Melody. Melody. This one is about ghosts, so this is like Beatrice, and this one is just cards in the grade of the cards in your bind zone. So this is like Lost Legend, like Mystery Flare Dragon. And then this is just, we've seen this before. And then this card, this ride line is returning cards to your hand and then calling them. So just like the old one, this is your traditional old Bermudas. You can see they're all mermaids as well. So yeah, it just reminds you of that. But no, it's clear that the clear winner is somewhere here. You know, this one and this one. Don't stop the thigh girl. This is, I don't know what this is. I don't know what this is. So yeah, let me know in the comments what you think this part is. I'm not too sure. It just looks wrong. You know, it just looks wrong. Let me know what you guys think about the heal triggers. Actually insane, right? I'm just telling you, they're insane. And then yeah, there's V, and then the cards reveal. Insane reveals. Good old Dr. O. He got a haircut and looks like a Chad, so that's good times. And I'll see you guys. I guess I'll see you guys in the next video. All right, bye.